Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Hi, it's Aisha, and welcome back to the Curly Curry Corner. If you've been riding with me for a while, I do apologize for the long stretch of time. I did have a baby and then I went back to work. My schedule was very crazy and I was all over the place, and just picking up my phone, because I do record on my phone. So picking up my phone and trying to record anything that I was doing was just not, I couldn't do it. My goal is to do better with vlogging and showing my daily life. Like, that's what I would like to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be Pinterest pretty or Pinterest perfect, but it doesn't just be relatable. But now, since I'm here because a lot of schools, a lot of school districts, regions, things of that nature are closing down. I wanted to come on and talk to you about digital resources and what you can do and how it will help you, and just really help if you need just a quick visual of how to do it. These things are not difficult to use. You can get really good at them, like using them daily, and just using them with different functions, but they're not hard and not difficult, and you can go virtual pretty quickly, like within hours. So if you are interested in going virtual within 15 minutes, like I'll just say 15 minutes because you can, going virtual in 15 minutes. So there are some resources that I would like for you to use and think about that will really help you to get digital within 15 minutes. So you have Google Classroom. That will be your hub. Google Classroom is your hub of everything going forward, like just where you will post all your different materials and different things, and just really help you with that. Like it's just super duper cool. And I'm going to insert a clip of me just going through Google Classroom and showing you how to add in all the assignments and links and all that and everything like that. I will definitely show you. So first things first, this is Google Classroom. A quick way to get to Google Classroom is you can open up a new tab, and over here you'll see like 9 little blocks, says Google Apps. If you scroll over it, you'll click on it and you'll see Google Classroom along with a lot of the other Google functions. So that's a quick and easy way to get to your Google Classroom page. If you've never created a Google Classroom before, look, here we are. You're going to come over here and you will create a class. If you already have a code that you want to join for like someone's demo class, you can do that, but you can just create a class here. And then you can hit join or create. Okay, so you're going to be creating classes. Now, I strongly suggest that you create a class individually for each one of the classes that you see, because if you just make one big class, you could put like between 100 and 200 kids in that one big class. So I would strongly suggest you not, even though you're going to assign them the same things. Okay. So come back over here. Stream is where you post things like announcements, your agenda for the day, just quick tips and things to go to the kids. Classwork is where you are going to post all of your work, and you can organize them into modules or units, topics, things like that. And then people is where it's going to list like all your kids and any teachers that you've added to collaborate with you on the class. Okay. And then here will be the grades for the kids. So once you do an assignment, it will basically have like a digital grade book right here. And then it's up to you if your school is, like usually you'll have to take the grades out of Google Classroom and then put them over into a gradebook system. So if you want to quickly give the class code to the scholars, you can do that, or students. You just click here. It's a place where you can see the code. When you make it bigger, you can highlight it and copy it and post it somewhere, or send them an email. If your school is a Google for Education school, you can come right over here to people, and you can actually add the students by just typing their name or email right here and send them an invite. They will get an invite in their email where it would directly add them into the class once they accept the invite. So you can also do that as well. There's 2 ways that you can do that to add people into your Google Classroom. So the big thing about stream that you want to know is that this is a great place where the announcement will go straight to the kids' email, and they'll also see it first when they come here. This will be their first page. In order so it's not so junky in that front part, you want to come over here to settings. Come over here to class settings. And I can set my class name, my class description, which section it is. For example, if you have like 5 sections of the same class, you can do that. Room and subject. You want to come down here to general. So underneath the stream, which I showed you was that main part, okay, where they see first. Do you want your students to post and comment? Do you want to allow them to post things as well? I would suggest not, especially since you can't really monitor it because we are at home. Students can only comment. If you want students to comment, if your kids are very responsible, they're going to make responsible comments. You can allow them to do so. I do not. And then only teachers can post and comment, and that's on the stream. So that's like the update page, okay? Not the classwork where you're posting assignments, but just like, having chats and all that kind of stuff, okay? So I will go ahead and change to only teachers can post or comment. Classwork on the stream. So when you want to put classwork on the stream, so anything you post in classwork will also post as an update on the stream. I turn this off because once you start to post a lot of assignments into the classwork page, it can get really, really messy, all the stuff that you are posting. And I'll show you the difference in how that looks. So right here, you can just put hide notifications because I'm going to show you the difference in what that looks like really quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to show you in some of my classes that I already have here. So this is where I have right here. I just have announcements of things that I just want to announce. Okay, just right there, things that I want to announce. In this other class, I have, let me see here, my last class. This is what it looks like when I have all the stuff that I posted in my classroom. Not just the announcements where I posted videos, but like look at every single thing, every single material, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So now my kids can't find like their agenda stuff that they need or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you turn that off. Okay. So again, you go to settings, go down here to general, go to hide notifications. If parents have requested to see their kids' information through Google, like you can invite a guardian, then they get a grade summary, and that's what that means. Okay, so you can turn that on, and you can find out more about that later. You just hit example, and it'll show you more details about guardian summaries. All right, so let's come on over here to classwork, because that's the most important page, is your classwork page. And let's talk about what the different things you have. So topic, I'm gonna start from the bottom first, because topic is how you're going to organize your classroom. So you're going to organize it by how you want the topics to go. So if I want to have one topic of just like, I don't know, maybe we're doing the water cycle, and I want to do the water cycle as a topic, that's what I would add, and then it would be one of the main topics. If I want to do a topic about rocks and minerals, that would be a topic. If I want to do a topic about the periodic table, then that would be a topic. Okay, so your topics basically organize all of your assignments. Okay, anything that doesn't go in a topic will appear up at the top above all of these other topics. So now let's go through. You have assignment. Assignment literally creates an assignment for your kids with a due date, with a grade. You have a quiz assignment, which will allow you to create a quiz on the spot. It uses Google Forms, and you can create a quiz within Google Forms for the kids to complete. A question is basically a question that you just ask your students a quick question. Maybe it's just like, how are you doing today? Or explain the difference between, a rock and a mineral, and just different things like that. Material is what you just post just so that the kids can view and see it. So if it's just a video you just want them to watch, then you would post that as just material. Okay, so it's not like an actual assignment, it's just material that they can just view. They don't have to interact with it. Okay, so now let's say I want to post an assignment. I would click on assignment, and then I can create a title. Say it's periodic table review. I put the instructions, and then I will come over here and I can select a due date, how many points I want it to have, and then I can select the topic I want it to go into. So it could be rocks and minerals, periodic table, water cycle, etc. Okay. The biggest thing you want is if you have multiple classes, but you're going to provide an assignment, the same assignment to all the classes, you're just separating so it's easier. Then you come over here to where I have class and you just click the classes that you want it to be delivered on. So you can click all the classes you have, or you can click none of the just one class. But when you do that, it will post to all the classes. Now, the thing about having the classes is you will need to have the topic the same for all your other classes. So just make the topics the same and it will post it directly into that topic for the rest of the classes as well. I'll put my instructions. Okay. Just put my little instructions, whatever. And then I come down here to add. So you can add things from your Google Drive, like a video or, a document or anything like that. You can directly add a link. You can add a file from your computer, or you can add a YouTube. I do love the handy dandy YouTube because you can actually search what you want. Let's say I want to search myself. Look at that. That's me. So I can add videos that I found in YouTube directly from YouTube, and I just click it and it will just add. So I just click this here and it will add a video directly to me or directly to where I want it to be. And then I will assign it. Okay. Now, when you go to assign, you have a couple of options. You can assign it and it will appear immediately. You can schedule it, so you can schedule it to pop up later on. So it's not popping up right then, but it pops up whenever the date and time you want it to pop up. And then you can also go to save the draft, so you can come back to it or discard it. Okay, I'm gonna close out of that because I don't want to create it. So if you just go out of it, it will automatically save it as a draft as well until you delete it. Okay, and let's go here. I want to just show you this because question and material is very simple. Like material, like all you're doing is just telling where you want it to go, and then you're uploading your attachments. And then quiz will literally open up. It will create, you'll see here a blank quiz. You'll just click on this and open up in a new tab, and you edit the quiz. Like you can change it to the name you want it to be. I can't even spell my name. You can change it to however you want it to be. Fix the name of the quiz and all that. Change the questions and everything. And so you can do that, create the answer key, all that, make it however you want to. Once you're done, it will automatically save in Drive. You'll come back over here and it's already linked to this assignment. So you don't have to relink the quiz back over here. And when you save it, everything will update. Like the name will change for the quiz, how much your quiz is worth, all that. Do not put locked mode on Chromebooks because you're working from home. So the kids are not using a Chromebook. They could be using their own computer. They could be using their phone. So do not do locked browser or anything like that for them. And then you can adjust as needed. In here you can change, you can see the responses, but what will happen is that the quiz grade will import directly into Google Classroom, so you will see their grades there. Okay. And so that's what you got there. So posting assignments, it's really quick, it's really easy. Once you play around with it, you'll be fine. You'll be able to see things and do things, so it's really cool. So now that you have a good handle on Google Classroom, we'll be talking more, and I'll show you a video on how to use the resources. Okay, great. So now you've already watched the Google video and you know how to use Google, and great. That's good. So now let's talk about some resources you can add into Google, because remember, Google Classroom is like your hub for everything. That's where you're going to tell the kids to go to be able to access all the different materials. So we have good old handy dandy Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle has things that are already created, already video resources. It's like putting a worksheet inside of a video, but it makes the kids watch the video before they answer the questions in the worksheet. I love it. And I'm going to show you through and go through and show you how that works as well. You also have handy dandy Quiz-Is. And some of you have used Quiz-Is before, but many of you don't know that you can create a link for Quiz-Is that will turn it into a homework assignment / classwork assignment where they can work on their own and move at their own pace and change all those things. Very awesome. You can link that in there as well. And lastly, well, I won't say lastly, maybe next to the last thing, Kahoot. Everybody's familiar with Kahoot, but just want to show you that you can change that into, again, very similar to Quiz-Is, where you can change it into a link where you can put it in as a homework assignment or classwork assignment where they can work on their own, not like they're in a classroom environment. And lastly, but definitely not least, old time favorite, a oldie but a goodie, Quizlet. Quizlet is very good for vocabulary. Make sure your kids are getting that up to date with that vocab. And also have them just like play their own little games and test themselves and match and all that. Like, it is really good with vocabulary. You can also find things that are already created. All of these resources are free. They do have some of the resources are offering premium due to the fact that we are out of school and virtual. So I will definitely link a link down below of some resources that are offering for free in the description box so you can see them. So if you want to see more in depth of making this virtual for you, please go ahead and continue on with this video. I'm going to show you how you can create links and quizzes, just some overview of Quizlet, Kahoot, and also Edpuzzle, so you can see those and see how they link and integrate directly with Google Classroom. The top 4 that I use, this is not an end-all be-all, and I'm also going to link a website down below that has been created that for a ton of resources that you can use that will allow you to use them for free. And actually, I'm just going to pop it in right here. The website is called amazingeducationalresources.com, and it is just going to tell you about all the amazing resources that you can use that are digital for your scholars, kids, students, and you can just put them inside of Google Classroom. And a lot of them have free premium services due to our COVID-19 at home social distancing. Okay. So yeah, there it is. So amazing educational resources. I'll also link it down below into the description as well. Okay. So first things first, we have Edpuzzle. Okay. You can log in or create a login. I am a teacher, so I'm going to log in, and I will be logging in with Google because I log in with everything with Google because that is what my school purchased was Google for Education. So if you are Google for Education school, please use the login and sign in with Google. It just makes it so much simpler. So I'm signing in with Google. And I'm going to just show you really quickly. So they have all these free videos, all these videos that you can look up that are already done. Like so right here I have trending in science because they know just because those are the videos that I mostly use. And so here we have sound. Oh, look. So let's say I want to use the sound video because it looks cool. And it already has questions embedded. So here's the cool thing about it. There are questions that you can embed in the video where the kids have to watch the video before they answer the question. So if I get to like a minute and 53 seconds or 53 seconds right here, then I have a question that pops up that I have to watch it or have to answer it before I can move on. I can rewatch before it so I can get that answer correct. Okay. So let's say, you know what? I don't even want to watch this. All right. I don't even want, let me go back. I don't want that. Where is it at? Okay. I don't want it, but I do want to just make a copy of it for my kids or assign it to my kids. Let's just do that. So right here, I can go to edit where I can either take out some questions that I don't like. Okay. I can copy it so it will copy into my own personal classroom set. Or I can just love it the way it is and just go ahead and assign it to my kids. Okay, let's say I love it the way it is and I want to assign it to my kids. I'll go ahead and assign. look at this. It is Google Classroom. So like Edpuzzle integrates with my Google Classroom because I've already signed in with Google. So now it pulled all my stuff over from my Google Classroom. So now all I have to do is select my Google Classroom classes that I would like to go ahead and assign this video to. I can then have it start today. I can then have it have a due date. Maybe I want it to be due March 20th. Okay. And then I can make sure I prevent skipping. So the kids can't skip past any questions. They have to answer those questions. I can turn on closed captions if they have them available. And I can also allow myself to post to Google Classroom, which is what I want, because I want everything to be in the hub there for them to watch and post it to Google Classroom. Bam, bam, bam. Hit assign. It's done. I'm just not going to post this because I don't want to post it to my kids. Okay, so that's Edpuzzle. And look, you don't even have to make your own videos. If you want to make your own videos, great, but you don't have to. Here's my classes. It shows videos that I already have assigned to kids. Okay. And you can see, and I had to make new Google Classroom classes. That's why they don't have that many videos. Okay, and you can just go in and click and see who's done what, who's watched what, etc. Okay, so there's your classes. So just play around with that. But content is where you can go and find all the content that you need, looking and find videos that are already done. So please don't just create new videos. Let's move on to the next one. Is Quizzes. Quizzes is very similar to Kahoot. It's like questions already created, things like that. Y'all know how it works out. Let me log in with Google. And I'm going to go ahead and log in, and here are all my quizzes. So I have some quizzes that I've already created or copied. Okay, so you have them right here. I've already created these or made some that I just looked and found. Okay, so look, I found phase changes. Looks like a good one. I'm going to do phase changes. So when you find it, you can duplicate it so that you can take out questions that you don't want, very similar to Kahoot. And then you can either play live or assign as a homework. Remember, if I want to assign it, I can also link it to Google Classroom. So let's say here I go to assign, and then I have this learner should be able to complete this quiz either by today, by a certain amount of time. It gives them like a day and 11 minutes from now for tomorrow. And then right here, I can assign it to a class. And that makes me so happy because I can just click here and I can assign it directly to Google Classroom. Yeah, I love this because everything is linked to Google Classroom. So it makes it so simple and so awesome for you just to go in and click, and you can assign it and see it, okay? So I can click the classes that I want, bam, hit next. I can come over here and set my options. So right here, I can set options for like, maybe I want them to do as many times as possible just to get the information, show them the answers in the game, or I can show them after the game, okay? I can show them the answers after they get the questions. So like I say, turn the answers off. Like you don't see the answers in game, but you can see it after the game. I can turn off power-ups. It's like give them bonuses. I can turn off the timer. Like I love that option because if you're doing it as a homework or they're working at home now for this this whole like social distancing, then you may want them to have be timed and have them have time to look up their answer choices and things like that. So that's good. You can show them the leaderboard so they can see when they're playing against other people in their class. Play music, show memes, redemption question gives them points back if they answer a question right that they previously got wrong. So you just go through and change your answers, and then you assign the game. And when you assign the game, it actually puts the link directly inside their Google Classroom. And I'm going to just do it so you can just see it. So look, invite participants. It's been assigned to my Google Classroom. It's there. My kids can see it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at Kahoot. Okay, everybody's pretty much familiar with Kahoot, but I'm just going to show you how you can do it. So now it's saying if I want to be pro, I don't want to be pro. I'm going to continue for free. So you got Kahoot, y'all. You know you got Kahoot. It's the same. It's pretty similar. Blah, blah, blah. Let's say I want to do physical and chemical changes. I'll come over here. And the difference between the plays now is that you hold plays. When you do play, you can host a live or you can create a challenge. I'm going to create a challenge. So I go over here and create a challenge, and then it basically does it so you can create a link. I can randomize my answer choices, blah blah blah, create that challenge. Now for Kahoot though, you can share directly on Google Classroom. Great. So I think they updated this because it hadn't been where you had to take the link and put it there, but now you can share directly in Google Classroom. Just click the Google Classroom, select your classes, and then add it on there. So you're just going to say, I want to create a material, because I don't want to create an assignment where it takes a grade. I'm just going to create material where it just posts there and it's there and it's available. And I hit go and it will create a material. And then you can put it underneath the topic and move it around if you want to. And there's Kahoot. Lastly, let's go ahead and look at Quizlet. Quizlet, y'all know, does also link to the Google. It's very nice. I like it. And so right here, I have all my stuff that I've made. Y'all, if y'all see some other stuff, I shared some stuff and look at some stuff, and we're together with one of my the other teachers at my school. She teaches 5th grade science, so we do a lot of stuff together because it's kind of linked. And so here you have, I create sets, but also y'all, like, I've created so many sets, but I've also taken sets and changed stuff around. Okay, one cool thing about these sets is that, like, let's look at one of my old ones from last year. They can like label stuff. I love this. Like, you can actually like label and see the links, and then you can also label things. So it's really, really cool with Quizlet. Like, it's interactive. So like when they're learning, they do like learn flashcards, write, spell, test. It actually tests them and stuff. So that's a very cool thing to do. They even match. They can match different things together. So like I can match this. Like if I click this and I want to match it, I can match it. Oh, I didn't get that right. Okay. So like, and then it'll disappear once you've matched it together. Okay. So really cool. Really cool thing right here. Okay, so definitely take a look at Quizlet. It is more vocabulary. It's definitely vocabulary based, but you do have the fun part for them to click. And then also, if you have the teacher version of Quizlet, you can view the class progress, so you can see the kids when they complete these different things and how long it took them to complete it, what stuff they missed, etc. All right, and also too, if you want to assign, lastly, if you want to assign this and share it, you can also share it directly on the Google Classroom. Y'all, that's one of the reasons why I love Google Classroom, because everything is there. It's a hub. It may send them out to different places, but that is their main hub. That's it. Okay, I hope this helps, especially with these resources, and to help you get started, and just to help make everything easier and help you. All right, so we're at the end. So I just want to thank you so very much for watching this video. Thank you so very much for, just continuing on this journey of virtual learning. Thank you so much for taking your time out to learn more, so that you can help your kids out at home and teach them more, and things like that. So I will put some information down in the description box to assist you for any other additional free resources. And I am sending love and light your way. Stay positive, and I will see you soon. Bye.